Welcome to Minor League Monday, a Red Hot Reds podcast. It is that time of the week that we have a special guest, a prospect to know, a guy that was the third-round pick of the 2026 draft out of Nebraska, right-handed pitcher. Welcome to the show, Mr. Ty Horn.
Hey, what's up? How are y'all?
Welcome to the show. Really appreciative of you reaching out. I know we had to reschedule, so we're really appreciative of you coming back on with us and being able to work this out with us. But we understand you're in Arizona. How's that going for you?
Definitely just super hot and kind of just getting my feet wet right now with the team and all the new draftees. So, but yeah, it's definitely really fun.
Yeah. Are they doing like workouts with you, like the evaluation process? Like what are you doing at this point in time?
As a pitcher, we're kind of just like building up right now. They're kind of just like evaluating us through the weight room and like just small stuff, how we interact a little bit, making sure we're not just complete idiots, I guess. But yeah, it's been fun. A lot of new names, a lot of new stuff. So trying to remember it all is kind of hard this part, but yeah, it's definitely really fun.
Excellent. Yeah. We will launch into it. We got like a basic question that we start off every interview for our guys that we interview for the most part, but like you can take it either way. What was your first baseball memory or your favorite baseball memory?
I'll go with my favorite, probably my sophomore year. The Big Ten championship games when I went 8 innings against UCLA, shut them out, and we won. And it's always obviously first time, or not my first time, but like I guess like my freshman year we won it too, but I didn't really take part in the championship game. I pitched earlier in the tournament, but like this was special to me since it was kind of like I was like in control of the whole game, and it was super fun to be at the bottom of the dog pile. And it's just something not a lot of guys get to do, especially at Charles Schwab. Yeah, we didn't win the national championship there, but dogpiling on Charles Schwab, I guess only 2 teams a year get to do that, and being able to be a part of that was super special to me and something I'll probably take with me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's a great memory. We actually got a question about that later, but that is awesome that was one of your most favorite memories. It's a highlight of your career for sure. Like,
Yeah.
Is there any specific the last out was that like, or what was like a big memory from that game?
I'd say my favorite memory was the 6th inning. I think I struck out the first kid, and then I gave up. I think I had a pitch count, or not a pitch count, a pitch clock walk. So that was pretty ironic. And then I gave up. Then I struck out Rock Chalowski, and then my roommate Mulvilu hit a double, so it was second and third, 2 outs, and it was like a big spot in the game. We were only up by 3, I think, at that point, or maybe even 5. But I ended up striking out the last guy on like a backed up slider up in the zone, so very dangerous pitch, and he ended up just swinging through it, and I kind of just blacked out and started yelling at everybody and anybody. So
nice, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, have you always been a pitcher? Is that something you've always done? And if so, like who maybe did you emulate or try to model your game after growing up?
In college, yeah, I've always been a pitcher, but in high school, I did it all. I mean, I wrestled, I played basketball, I played football, played quarterback for 4 years. But yeah, I guess I started like taking pitching seriously probably when I was summer going to my junior year is kind of like when I took off and kind of realized I'm pretty good at this. I'm gonna kind of focus all my talents, I guess, into this. And I put basketball aside, still played football, but yeah, just kind of focused on like the throwing aspect of things, I guess.
Nice. Or is there any players that you try to model your game after? Like,
yeah. Like I've always been a guy that wants to throw hard and hard often and as hard as I can every single pitch of the game. So Nolan Ryan's kind of been something my dad ingrained into me when I was a young age. He collected his baseball cards, and it's kind of like the first baseball player I knew, him and Ty Cobb, because I thought I was named after him. But yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just like mainly like not besides Nolan Ryan, like no one's super specific. There's guys that throw hard because I want to throw hard, but yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned that you were a college or a prep quarterback, and you played quarterback, and you wrestled as well. Like, when did you make the decision to completely focus on baseball, or were you kind of like, was that decision a difficult decision at the time?
Yeah, a little bit. It was because I after my sophomore year of basketball, I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna put put this in the. I'm gonna be done playing basketball. Like I'll play pickup every once in a while, but like I don't want to be involved in the school with basketball just because like yeah, it's fun, but it's also a dangerous sport for like knees and ankles, and it's kind of two more important things in baseball. And I never really had an off season playing all those sports, and I never really had a chance to like only focus on pitching. So, like giving myself like the winter is when basketball is, and high school is like kind of prime time to like ramp up and get better at baseball. So that's kind of where I put all my focus into right there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, and yeah, you were a quarterback as well. Like, were you the guy? Were you like an option quarterback? Like, what kind of quarterback were you when you were playing back in your day?
I could sling it, that's for sure. But yeah, I grew up in College Station, so Johnny Manziel is kind of my guy. Not a great human now, but he was a great quarterback in college at least.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like I love to scramble, but as soon as like contact was right before I got to contact, I'd slide or get out of bounds as fast as I could. But yeah, my high school baseball coach would come to every game. He's like, you better make sure you get down. Like, do not take any hits unless you have to. But yeah, it was super fun. I like it's like pitching and playing quarterback. You're in control of the whole game, kind of. So I think that's why I like having the ball every play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have any like serious offers for quarterback that maybe made you consider possibly going football instead of baseball?
So not quarterback. I should have mentioned this. I had some offers to punt at the Division One level, and yeah, I was really good at punting.
Over here.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I had some offers to punt. I was really good at that. Never really went to like camps or anything, but like I guess like some guy was there to recruit. I guess a linebacker on our team, I think. And I had like 3 punts over like 60, 65 yards that game. But yeah, he like offered me to punt, and I was like, I'm sorry, but like I'm a baseball player. But yeah, but it was good times.
Yeah, you're talking to the soccer player over here, and I used to kick field goals back in the day, and never really did anything with it. I played soccer growing up, but you won pitcher of the year back in high school. You had a great season, and one of the greatest in the state of Kansas, actually. Take us back to that, and how was that? What's your like a memory of that year?
Yeah, so my memory is just high school baseball is completely different from college. Like in college, like everybody in college was the best player on their team, and everybody now was the best player in their state or whatever it is, or just stuff like that, or best player on their team. But yeah, like in high school, I felt like I felt bad for kids having to come from math class, having to face 90, 93, 94 in high school Kansas baseball. I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, I was a fierce competitor in high school too, and I was kind of letting them hear it when they would strike out. So, but yeah, I remember it was fun because I actually like 2 weeks before the season was over, I didn't break, I like sprained my wrist, and like my coach was like, "You're not going to pitch," and then like because we made state, he's like, "You're not going to pitch in state," and I told him okay, and then like 2 days later, I showed up at his house and I was like, "Hey, I'm pitching in state." And so that went well, and I couldn't throw any curveballs or changeups. It was just straight fastballs, and I ended up going the whole game, no run. So, but yeah, it was fun. I miss high school definitely. Just like showing, or as soon as school's over, you go straight to the baseball field and have fun, pretty much.
I made the switch from traditional coffee to mud water because of all that caffeine was leaving me feel anxious. Mud water has a fraction of the caffeine, plus organic ingredients and functional mushrooms like lion's mane, reishi, chaga, and cordyceps that support immune functionality. It became a healthier part of my morning routine, and I genuinely enjoy the rich flavor. If you want to give it a try, use our exclusive link, mudwater.com/allglovesoff, and you'll get 20% off your first order.
Yeah. High school is a good time. Yeah, especially if I feel like I peaked in high school in many different ways. Yeah, but it feels like that you were like ahead of your class and everything like that. But like, take us back. Like, you had a stellar high school career. Like, what was you say you got offers as a punter to punt in college? Like, what were the offers for pitching or for playing baseball in college? Like,
So actually, I was committed. If you know what Wichita State is, it's in Kansas. I was committed there since like summer going into my sophomore year of high school. So like I didn't really go through the recruiting process with like all the big name schools and stuff like that.
yeah,
But a scandal went down where our head coach was drinking and he showed up to practice drinking. So like they all got fired. And I was like, all right, I don't really want to be a part of this. Like it's just a bad look. And literally 2 hours after or not even like like I decided that I'm going to decommit and then I posted it and like 10 seconds later I'm getting like hundreds of phone calls, all this. And so like I came down to like I wanted to go to Texas A&M, just because like that's where I grew up a little bit, and that's who I've cheered for my entire life. But like once I visited Nebraska, it was like, oh, this is a no brainer. Like this is like home. It felt like home, just because like. And funny story, my roommate and coach's son I grew up with, pretty much my entire life in College Station. So just like having that like small world moment was kind of easy to make the decision, and just having the guys like just meeting the guys there is like, oh, like the culture here seems fine. Like I don't know anything about it yet, but like nothing seems out of the norm. But like as soon as I got on campus, like day one of actual baseball practice and stuff like that, I was like, this is like where I'm supposed to be. So
nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So going to Nebraska, was it easier for your family to come see you play and not be too far, from Kansas to go to college?
yeah, so actually they took a year of early retirement my freshman year. So they dropped everything, sold their house, got an RV, and traveled everywhere I went. So it was awesome to have that and have them at every game. But they settled down in Huntsville, Texas, where they've been for the past couple years, and yeah, they love it there, and they're probably itching to come to another game soon. So whenever that may be, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how long did you grow up in? You say you're a Texas A&M fan. You're in Texas. Like how long were you in Texas? Because I guess for our research, we thought you were like a Kansas guy, Midwest boy. You know what I mean? Nebraska,
Yeah.
obviously going to school. Like how long were you in Texas?
I only lived in Texas till I was like 8 or 9 years old. But we still had like roots in Texas. Like we still had a lot of family in there. So like every summer, every chance we got a break, and pretty much every tournament I played in was in Texas. It felt like. So like we were in that. We pretty much lived there anyway. But yeah, like as soon as I got in high school, that's kind of when we stopped going to Texas, just because I had school and summer ball. So, but yeah.
Well, it's also that's awesome that they're able to take that year early of retirement and come see you and everything. Like, do they see every single game? They travel all across the country, because I know the Big Ten is now like it goes from UCLA
corner to corner
to Rutgers. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
coast to coast. So did they watch every single game for you?
Yeah, they didn't miss a single game. They haven't missed a single game in my entire life, actually. So
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
they're
That's
pretty
impressive.
dedicated, and they're awesome. So I appreciate them for that, for sure.
Nice. Do you have any siblings or anything like that?
No,
Nope.
so that probably helps a little bit, but yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. And you already mentioned the UCLA 8 innings, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts to win the Big Ten tournament. And you beat your guy, Rock Chalowski, and you also beat your guy, Lavu, who also got drafted to the Cincinnati Reds. Take us through that game. Like, what was the buildup? Like, obviously, it was the Big Ten championship, right? So it's like high stakes, big time stuff. Nebraska versus UCLA. Like, take us through that game. Every little small detail that you can remember from that day.
Yeah, so background information, if we don't win that game, we don't go to regional. So yeah, definitely high stakes. And then I started the first game of that tournament against Michigan State, and I went like 3 innings, 3 runs, couldn't find the strike zone, thought the strike zone was the size of a ball. I didn't feel well. Like not like body, like after I didn't feel well, obviously, but like just like I guess I went into the game thinking our season was over, I guess. I didn't pitch well, obviously. And like we ended up like it was hard to say like we were gonna make the championship game, because like we weren't very good that year. And we had to play Oregon, we had to play Penn State, we had to play another school. I don't remember who we played, but it was like, dude, like this is probably gonna be a long run if it is a good one. But we ended up making it. After the Penn State game, which I think or the Oregon game, I don't know. Whoever we played before UCLA, I like went up to coach like, I'm taking the ball. Like you're not taking it from me. Like I'm gonna start this game. He's like, okay, we'll see. And then I show up the game like on game day, and my name's on the card, and I'm like, all right, it's time to rock. And then so like first inning, second inning, third inning, they're all pretty smooth, nothing crazy. I think 1 or 2 hits. There are only 3 hits in the game, and I think 2 of them were pretty early. Actually, I think Roman Martin had a hit off me or something like that. And so yeah, nothing crazy. We had a good double play in the second, I think, and fourth inning rolls around. I'm like, all right, this is going pretty well. And they kept like it's either 1-2-3 or 1-2, like base hit by pitch, walk, and then the third out comes. It doesn't really advance. And then the sixth inning rolls around, and I kind of talked about that a little bit, and that like I was kind of pretty fired up there. And then I get back in the dugout, and I kind of look at the scoreboard. I'm like, oh, it's 6 innings, no runs, 3 hits, and then the seventh inning, it was back to back to back ground balls to second base, and on the third ground ball, I kind of said something to the guy running down the base. I had some choice words for him. I was kind of feeling myself a little bit, but yeah, I had some choice words for him. I don't remember who it was, but yeah. In the eighth inning, I remember what did happen. I think it went 1-2, and then the third guy was like an 9 pitch at bat, and he popped out to like left or center, and I kind of just stood on the mound after 8 innings shutting and just kind of reminisced because I knew I was probably done. I was 120 something pitches, I think. So I tried begging for the ninth, but it was not smart. It's probably been bad luck for the coaches to send me out there, but yeah, it was just definitely a super surreal moment, and just like I kind of made sure to take it all in.
Yeah, and you end up winning 5-0. And the Reds have kind of a little bit of a reputation of late having pitchers that are super jacked up, like Chase Burns comes to mind.
Mhm.
So like, is that like your normal like state of, on the mound? Like, are you a guy that gets jacked up? You get into the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning, you know what I mean? Like, and you start maybe chirping some guys, or is that something out of the norm?
No, I'm chirping guys as soon as I wake up in the morning. But yeah, I've always been like that. I've always been a pretty not hothead, but like a energetic guy. But yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll love that in Cincinnati for sure. I no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good, baseball memory, I think you could say. But what do you think is your probably favorite of college, and like what will you miss the most about it? And being a Texas A&M fan, or did you have any ball 5 chance go against you?
No, I did. So we played at Auburn this year, and I know they're famous for like kind of chirping you a little bit, and we went there, and I struggled in like the 4th inning, and I got some MVP chants coming off the mound. I was like, oh dang! I was like, that sucks. But yeah, the thing I'll remember most from Nebraska is just like kind of the chemistry that's being able to be built super fast in that program. Especially like guys like Carson Yasu, who went 4 picks after me in the draft, is like that's like my best friend. So yeah, that was probably what I'll remember the most, and just like I guess all the guys that I've kind of picked their brains along the way, and they picked my brain, and just stuff I learned from them.
That's fair. You must have read our questions ahead of time, because we're going to talk about Carson Jasa in a little bit. But yeah, like, what was the combine process like? What was like the process of going through, the MLB draft, pre-draft stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of guys talk about their draft night and what they anticipate and everything like that. Like, we have interviewed some other guys, and Ryan McChrystal, who's in the organization at the moment, talked about how he was playing Fortnite went on draft night and stuff like that. So like take us through the combine, like how it was for you, and then like what was draft night? What did it look like for you?
Yeah, the combine was super cool. Some of the guys that I live with right now, I saw at the combine. Obviously, didn't know I was going to live with them. But yeah, it was just super cool, and like they put on a good show down there, and they treat us well, obviously, and they give us a lot of gear to wear, and it's just super cool to be a part of. And I'm glad I was very fortunate to go. There was a chance I wouldn't go just because some mock drafts, and I wasn't ranked very high by any means. But yeah, like draft night, I was at my buddy's house. They let us use their house because I knew I was going to get drafted. I didn't know I was going to go in the 3rd, but like I was projected more like 4th through 6th ish in that area. And my advisor calls me. I'm literally swimming in the pool, and I get a call, and like I think it was like the 2nd round, like into the 2nd round. He's like, "Hey, would you take this amount of money in the 3rd round?" I'm like, are you joking? Like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Let's do it. But yeah, it was it's a super surreal moment. I was like, I didn't tell anybody. I was like, oh, he's just checking in on me. I was like, and as we started getting closer to the Reds pick, I was like, everybody, we should probably watch a little closer right here. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know, but yeah, but I knew it was gonna happen. After he called me, and then he confirmed that like, hey, like you're Cincinnati Red. Confirmed like 6 picks before, and I made everybody watch, and it was super cool, and to be with my parents and girlfriend and their parents, and but yeah, it was super awesome.
Or to say you had to get out of the pool because you were
Yeah,
swimming.
no, I was whooping everybody's butt in pig right before that, but yeah, it was fun.
Nice. So did you have any whispers or anything like that? Like before, obviously you said like 6 picks before it happened, you had a good idea, but like before that, was it out of the blue? Like it was something that you were not expecting at all?
By the Reds, no, or by the Reds, yes, they were pretty high on me. If it were going to be a 3rd round pick, it was going to be the Reds. That's just who it was going to be. They liked me a lot, especially my character and pitchability, I guess. Whatever they saw in me, they liked, and it was a good decision they made. But yeah, it was super surreal, and just like I appreciate them a lot, obviously, because it's easy coming into a program like this. Having somewhat of a relationship with them, it's easy to see faces and meet faces you already know.
Nice. Yeah, I was glad that you were able to do it with your family. I was afraid you were going to be in the pool by yourself and there was nobody around, but you were able to get your family around you, and that's awesome that they can share that moment with you. That's awesome.
For sure.
Hey, you mentioned that the Reds really liked your character, and I've been on record a few times saying that the Reds have done a really good job of picking character guys and just guys that are very mature people. Kind of tell people like who you are and the kind of guy they're getting.
Yeah, I definitely I'm a big guy on like trust and respect, and I never turn down an autograph. I think the guys that do that are just, I think, not necessarily immature, but like they're just big headed, and like it doesn't really matter. Like if a kid asks you for an autograph, like who cares? Like it doesn't matter. But like I'm just a guy that just wants to play baseball, and that's always something I've ever done, and I'm not gonna stop until someone tells me I can't play anymore, or you got to put me in a insane asylum or whatever it is. But yeah, that's just like who I am. I'm baseball. That's all I am. I'm pretty much a baseball.
Nice. Do you have any hobbies outside of baseball at all? You do, or is it just do you follow the game? Like you watch Major League Baseball, you watch minors and stuff like that? Like what do you do for hobbies?
Like fishing, golf?
Yeah, fishing. I'm pretty good at golf. I love golf. I still sling the rock around, still play some football. Not play football, but I play catch with it. I love some poker. I can rip some poker and blackjack at the casino every once in a while until my pockets start getting a little empty. But yeah, I literally like to do anything and everything. But when like baseball is talked about, like that's where I kind of lock in.
The main thing's the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
And you mentioned, earlier Carson Jasa getting picked just a few picks after you. Did you get to share that with him, and did he get to share that with you about getting drafted?
No, he was in Colorado. I was there, but like we were talking all day, like, hey, when are you gonna go? And he's like, hey, when are you gonna go? And we're like both like, dude, I have no idea. Yeah, like obviously I was celebrating mine, and he said congratulations. And then as soon as we're done celebrating, I look up and his big stupid face is on the TV, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no way. That's awesome. But yeah, that's my guy. He's awesome, and he's gonna be really good for them. And obviously we're in the same league, so hopefully we got a couple games against each other in the future in front of us.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're not necessarily a pro Cubs podcast here. For the most part, the Cubs can be pretty irritating to Cincinnati fans because they descend down on here from time to time whenever the Cubbies come to town and whatnot.
But they went like 150 years without winning a World Series, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but yeah, was there any other discussions that you guys had? Like take us through it. Was he like expecting to go in the 3rd round as well, just like yourself, or was he like kind of like surprised?
I think 3rd round was, he was hovering around there, maybe even a little bit earlier on some projections, but yeah, he was pretty confident he was going to go around there.
Nice. Unfortunately to the Cubs, but we'll
yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get traded to the Reds one day. We'll see. Well, we'll let that play out as it will.
Listen up, Reds fans. If you're repping the Cincinnati Reds this season, you need your drink just as cold as your takes. Introducing Frost Buddy, the world's first and only universal can cooler. Say goodbye to switching between coolers like you're rotating pitchers. Frost Buddy fits every 12-ounce can, slim can, 12-ounce bottle, and 16-ounce cans and bottles as well. All in one. No more guessing, no more swapping. Just grab it and go. And here's the game changer. Turn it into a tumbler by adding their 100% leak-proof coffee lid. That's right. From first pitch to morning commute, Frost Buddy's got you covered. So whether you're tailgating, watching from the couch, or celebrating a Reds win, this is the only cooler you'll need. Grab your favorite team's Frost Buddy now and keep it cold all season long.
You just had your signing day with the Cincinnati Reds.
I
Take
did,
us
yeah.
through that. Yeah, like did you go to the front offices in Cincinnati? Was this your first time? Oh no, you
no. They brought. I think that's more for like the first rounders and the big money guys.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they bring us to Arizona, and I didn't know this, but the whole signing in person is not even real. It's like a fake put like it's kind of just a fake paper you fake sign. All the signings through DocuSign. So like,
oh really?
They sent me an email. I was like, what is this? Like, I'm not signing in person because I didn't know that until they sent it to me. But yeah, I show up in person and it's like just says your name and a blank piece of paper. You just sign anywhere on it for the picture. But yeah, it's definitely like a cool moment growing up, seeing guys like post on Instagram, whatever, like just signed with the Astros, just signed with the whoever it is. But yeah, it's super cool to be a part of it now and officially be a Red.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I have visions of Steel Hall, I think last year signing in the front offices of Cincinnati, but probably those papers were blank now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Look at zoom in or whatever. But yes, so then what was the process? Did you go like straight from, where you were straight to Arizona after you signed the DocuSign paperwork?
So I was actually in Arizona when they sent it to me to DocuSign, and like I already went through the first day of like camp pretty much before I signed. So yeah, and they kind of put us in every situation to get our feet running, and I don't think they like toe dip in here, so they kind of want you to just go all in, and if you mess up, own it almost. But yeah, I think we have a really good class in the 26 class for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Rick.
I guess one thing first is like it's funny because I don't know if you saw the Chase Burns extension from I think it was yesterday or Friday, but I don't know what day it is. Apparently, Brad Meador spilled coffee on the contract, and they had to delay. Which it's just funny now because it's just a blank piece of paper that he signed. It makes me laugh even more about that. But
yeah, that is funny.
Speaking of being with the Reds now, what goals do you have for yourself? Maybe probably not this year because I would assume they're probably going to have you just simulated stuff this year. But for next year, once you get into like the affiliate ranks and going forward, what kind of goals do you have for yourself? Kind of going forward?
And yeah, obviously it's a race to Cincinnati is kind of what it feels like, and my goal is to get there as fast as possible, whether that's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. Like my goal is to get there, and I guess another thing is just like to build relationships on the way and make lifetime friends and lifelong friends, and I think that's already starting. So I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, the Reds have a lot of guys down there in Arizona, like former players. I think Mario Soto hangs out down there. Jose Rio hangs out down there. A lot of former pitchers that have had a lot of success for the team. A lot of guys you could pick their brains about, and like Kian Vu mentioned, like when he went to spring training, because this spring training this year would have been his first spring training with the team. He being a hitter, he worked a lot with like Eric Davis and guys like that. So like spring training will be like the time to like really pick brains too. So anybody that you might have like in mind to like kind of pick their brains, whether it's like a coach or a former player, or even a current player.
I guess like not necessarily like that's here right now. Like obviously like the pitching coaches and like the higher up guys, like the GMs or whatever, like all the higher up guys pick their brains and just let them know that I'm here, like, and that I want to be here. But like I think like it'll be cool if like I'm in single A, double A, triple A, and like a rehab assignment happens and like Ellie De La Cruz is playing in double A with me, and I think that would be pretty sick. But Obviously one day it's gonna be. Hopefully, I don't have to have rehab assignment, but like I want that to be me, and like, it's gonna be me. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And like, you mentioned that you have roommates, Lavu from UCLA. Like,
Mm.
yeah, how's that going so far? Working or living with him? I know you faced him in 2025 in that championship game. Like what does that relationship look like, and what's it look like down there in Arizona at the moment?
N- No, he's awesome. He's hilarious. Like everything he says, it's like almost like if I can't even keep a straight face. But like we were at Top Golf the other day, and like just to show how athletic and how stupid his hand-eye coordination is. He throws me a ball, and like I told him to throw me a ball, and he was up to hitting, and I bounce it off the concrete. He hits it out of the air with the club, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like pures it like 240 yards. I'm like, this is stupid. But yeah,
Wow.
he's gonna be special.
Yeah, I know he's like of Samoan descent,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, he does
like,
like knife yeah, he showed us a video of it like literally like a day ago. I'm like, dude, that is insane. Like, what else can you do? I don't know.
fire
But
knifing. I think it's what it's called
yeah,
officially.
yeah,
Fire knifing, where like
yeah.
it does all this stuff, and yeah, it's insane, and it seems like he's, like you said, he's got some insane hand-eye coordination out there and
Mhm.
everything like that. I didn't know if you guys kind of saw that. Obviously, you might have saw that when you pitched against him a little bit,
Yeah.
being in the Big Ten and whatnot. But like, it's kind of crazy, now that you get to see it up close, probably down there in Arizona when you guys doing your evals and whatnot and going through
Yeah.
all your stuff. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Any other guys that you've met since you've been down there in Arizona?
I've met everybody in this class, and we're all pretty close already. Like we go, so Tuesdays, I guess BJ's has a deal for bazookies and pizza. We went there. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings on Thursday because it's BOGO, and I can get down with some BOGO wings. But yeah, obviously, like the obvious answer is like Justin LeBron's he's super smooth in the field. Damian Ruiz from Arkansas, he's got a good eye for the ball. He hits the ball really hard. But yeah, Ethan Norby, I can already tell he's a pretty fearsome competitor, and he's got that dog in him. Even though he's like more of on the smaller side of guys, he's got it in him for sure.
Yeah. East Carolina, kind of a
Mm.
sleeper powerhouse. They've sent some bunch
Yeah.
of guys. His brother, Connor Norby's in the Marlin system.
Mhm.
McChrystal is in our system. Trey Savage, you saw what he
Yeah.
did last year in the World Series. Like East Carolina, they're producing some talent out there. And I'm
For
probably
sure.
missing some guys at the moment, but yeah, hey, welcome to baseball, man. This is kind of crazy. Welcome to Cincinnati and all that good stuff. We're really excited to see what you can do for our organization and whatnot. And yeah, Ricky, I don't know, are we already onto the food portion of our podcast? I don't know if you know about this, Ty.
I'll go with one more before we get to the food part.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
Do you have any special talents like not flaming knife throwing or anything like that you'd want to talk about?
Shoot, I don't know. I guess one of my special talents is like I'm good at everything. I don't know, like
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, no, I don't really have any like not I guess not eye opening, but like
Play
something.
guitar or anything like that?
Well, I play the piano. Like I'm pretty good at
okay.
that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. My favorite song is Tiny Dancer or Lean on Me. I can play those pretty well. And Bohemian Rhapsody. I can play those on piano.
Nice.
Classic.
Mhm.
Very nice.
My kind of style right there. I like it.
Yeah, so I don't know, Ty. I don't know if you've seen our stuff at all, but we like to launch into like food with our podcast sometimes.
Just kind of goes that way sometimes.
It sounds like you haven't been to Cincinnati yet, but are you familiar with Cincinnati delicacy, the food that we have in this part of the country?
I know there's Skyline Chili, but that's literally it.
That's exactly our first kind of question with that. Like, have you tried Skyline Chili? Have you tried Cincinnati chili in general? Because we got some other brands out here.
No, I actually we came to Ohio State to play Ohio State, and some of the guys went and ate it, but I stayed away from it because I'm a pretty picky eater, chicken strips, pizza type of guy. But yeah, I've never tried it, so I'm gonna have to try it obviously soon. But yeah.
Yeah, some places they have like a Skyline chili pizza. Like where I live, there's this little diner, and they had like they couldn't use Skyline obviously, but they would call it like a Cincinnati style pizza. it's basically just like a pizza dough, and you put your Skyline, your Cincinnati chili on it, and you can put your onions and your beans and whatnot on it, but cheese. But there's more than just Skyline and chili. Like there's like they're pretty known for their ice cream in this area. Grater's ice cream's like one of the best in the country, I would say. Lots of different flavors. Grippo's chips, like those are probably like my all-time favorite. They have like barbecue, like sour cream and onion, all kinds of crazy things. But what my Geta, I guess, is a Cincinnati thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to try. I mean, once you get out here, you'll have to kind of explore around.
Sweet.
And I wouldn't say like it's pretty generic. It's just it's its own thing. It's hard to explain Cincinnati food to somebody who's not like from the area. Like it's just its own thing.
Yeah.
What's some specialty foods that your neck of the woods, like Nebraska, Kansas type area? Like what's your go-to out there?
I'm really big into kolaches. Do you know what that is?
No, what is that?
So it's like a breaded sausage with cheese. It's like a morning food, and it's like it's sweet bread kind of. It's so good. I could eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But not really. Like I mean, Nebraska is pretty plain. Like we have Runza, and I'm not a Runza guy. It's like, do you know what a Runza is?
I can't say.
I don't think I've heard of it.
It's a fast food restaurant, but like their main food it's called a Runza, and it's like a hoagie with like ground beef and onions, and I don't do onions, so like I'm already off the train. But yeah, it's nothing special. But I guess the bread is like what everybody loves. But I'm not buying into that very much.
Fair. Then you'll have to make sure, because Skyline, you can get, I think, mustard and onions on your Skyline, either on the coney, which is like the hot dog, version of Skyline, or you gotta make sure you get the onions off of your 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, Ricky. I don't know. To be fair, to be fully transparent, Ty, we're not terribly big Skyline people here. I'm from Chicagoland area. I moved here 15 years ago. Ricky's from Northern California, so we're not hardcore Cincinnati people. We asked this question kind of like somewhat of like a
welcome
test.
to Cincinnati test.
Yeah, it's kind of like a test, because like a lot of people in Cincinnati live and breathe this type of food.
Yeah,
like every other day or whatnot. I think it has some sort of Greek origins or what have you. The chili. So like there's like some Greek influence. There's a lot of German influence here in Cincinnati and whatnot, but like it's a acquired taste, to say the least. To say that you've had it, I think is it passes the test for every Cincinnatian once you've made it this way. And probably once you make it to Dayton, you'll probably have a chance to see Skyline chili once in a while.
Sweet.
And Graders. I will say, if you get something, Graders is the place to go for sure.
Okay, sweet. I'll try it out.
Yeah, Graders ice cream.
I guess UDF, I guess too. It's just hilarious because it's a gas station with like a little shop inside. They have like 30 different flavors of ice cream, but Graders is the place to go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty much on that. Yeah. Ricky, you got anything else for our guest today?
No, I don't think I do. Just first, congratulations, and again, thank you for coming on with us and talking with us. We really appreciate you taking the time out and spending a good 35 minutes with us, and
of course,
really appreciate it. And you're always welcome on in the future.
Sweet, awesome, thank you so much.
Yes, best of luck to you, Ty. We really appreciate you taking time for us, and good luck in your journey in this organization. We'll be rooting for you, because we're a big minor league podcast on this. I don't know if you're familiar with us at all, but we really root for our guys, because we want the best for this organization. Because like we talked about, I think this organization's done well by drafting guys with great character, like yourself, like we talked about today. And like that I think hopefully will prove dividends in the future for the Reds ultimately. So again, thank you for your time. And like we like to sign off every single episode. Go Reds.
Go Reds.
Go Reds.